Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. It's your brother here, brother Khalid. I'm back. Uh, who knows for how long? uh, you know, um, and I apologize for these gaps, these large gaps. I do. Um, Things have been just busy, busy. And when they're not busy, I'm tired. Like right now, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing Ramadan, so I ate when I broke my fast around 8 o'clock, and can't really lay down after that. So you say your prayers. I said my prayers, and try to lay down around 11, I guess. But I got back up at 2:30, and been up ever since. So I'm a little tired, a little haggard right now. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to be able to speak to you all as usual, truly. I thank you all for always checking on me. A lot of you still check on me. A lot of you just, continue to encourage and push me. And that's fuel. That's fuel. Because in this day and age, it's like, and I've said this on numerous occasions, in this day and age, it's like you only get applauded if you're silly. When you look at YouTube or Facebook or TikTok, those things that get the most following or viral, going viral, a lot of times it's silly. You have good mothers out here working hard every day, single mothers at that, many, every day to raise children. That doesn't go viral, that doesn't get acknowledged, but that's exceptional because it's a hard thing. You have some single fathers out here doing their best, doing a great job at that. That doesn't go viral. That's rarely acknowledged. Good is rarely acknowledged these days. The Bible speaks about the time where we would live in this day and age where silliness would reign. Silliness, sport and play would be the norm over righteousness. And I understand, I'm not, condemning people, just recognizing that we fall in love with BS quick. You know what I mean? But we overlook authenticity. And I've done it before when I was young. When I was young, we chase materialism. We chase money. We run out the street trying to hustle and rob people and, stealing and whatnot, trying to live up to a status that's hollow. That's hollow, right? And so, that's kind of where my mind is at today. It's been raining. That's why I got my poncho on up here in DC. And, just been kind of contemplative. And some of the things that have bothered me, and this is the truth, is how pride disrupts family and relationships, bonds, man. People can be tight for years and fall out over, I don't want to say nothing small, but they fall out and very few people want to talk. I talked to my old roommate, one of my old roommates, yesterday. He's free, he's going through some things with his lady. And we were talking about that, you know what I mean? She actually asked my opinion, and I shared my opinion, and I said, both of them, have to look in the mirror. I said, we all do. I said, I strive to look in the mirror every day. But I look at that even from when I was doing time, how pride, I've known guys that would not write their family because they wouldn't get a money order 1 month. I'm not writing her, man. She ain't, send that money. I was looking forward to it. These are guys, man, that put themselves in prison, but they would be mad when they wouldn't get money or wouldn't get visits, and their pride wouldn't allow them to humble themselves. And so I was just blown by that. I'd be like, man, you put yourself in here. Don't get me wrong. I went long periods of time with no visits. Like I say, I'm from DC, so my people, they would have had to come 4 hours away. You know what I mean? Not everybody has vehicles. Not everybody has legit licenses and whatnot. You know what I mean? Some didn't have IDs. Those that wanted to come came when they could, I guess. And sometimes that sit on my soul. You know what I mean? Because I'm out here now, and I'm like, wow, I would have liked to have got more visits, right? But I also look at it like I'm grateful for what I did get. You know, I got letters, I got pictures, I got visits sometimes. And those were enough to hold me. Those were enough to keep me, you know, afloat. They were enough to sustain me. But I know guys that got visits all the time and let them miss one. Man, they would stay up on that bunk. They wouldn't come out to sell. They would walk around the yard, man, just sad until the next weekend looking for a visit, right? So I say all that to say that the Bible says pride goes before the fall. That's the truth, right? Pride, right? So when you allow your pride to get the best of you, when you allow your pride to not allow you to say, I'm sorry, I could do better. I'm sorry. I raised my voice. I'm sorry. I yelled or I cursed, or I'm sorry. I didn't think of that, or how it would, you know, affect you, or how it would affect them, right? I had to humble myself, man, and I'm still striving to do that, you know, because like I said, I've lost a lot of family members while I was down. That's why I don't glorify prison. I don't use this platform, and I'm grateful to have it. I still talk to youth at detention centers. Just about 2 weeks ago, I was in Newport News, Virginia, you know what I'm saying, with my brother Catchmore, Troy Catchmore, my man Pole Cat Prince, you know what I'm saying, Chanel Catchmore. We were in there at the Newport News Detention Center talking to the youth. We do that, you know, throughout the month. I've been in detention centers up here, you know, DC, Alexandria, Maryland, still trying to get into these places. And sometimes, honestly, they seem resilient. Not to me. When I finish speaking, the youngest come up and they like, man, you know, excuse me, bro, when you coming back in? Bro, we like what you were saying. Bro, we appreciated that. Like, you know what I mean? That's the reception I get from the youngest. Man, some of these detention centers, I beg to come in. I beg to come in. Right? I told one brother, I said, man, you think I get a kick out of calling you once a month for 5-6 months straight, telling you my story, telling someone there my story, in hopes of getting to the detention center to give my story to the youth, to give other people's story to the youth, in hopes that it may cause them to evolve? I said, you think I like saying that my mama died on a park bench 2 months before I came home after doing 25 years? You think I'm happy? You think I like saying that? To this day, I still cry. To this day. My mother's birthday was February the 18th, right? I sat in my apartment, man, and cried all day. You know, even talking about it still hurts, man, because all I could think about that's why I don't glorify prison. I can't. I've lost so much. I lost my mother. I lost my grandfather. I lost my grandmother. I lost my aunt. I lost cousins, right? I lost associates, you know, acquaintances, guys I consider friends, you know, little cousins, big cousins. You know, I lost the youth of my siblings. I wasn't there for them, for their graduations, for their relationships, then brand new relationships as kids. You know, I wasn't there to watch them grow or help them grow into adulthood. So I don't glorify it. It's nothing to glorify. It's painful. It's serious, right? Our selfishness oftentimes puts us in positions that has us regretting, you know, moving the way we moved, thinking the way we thought, acting the way we act. That's why the Bible says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I thought as a child, I understood as a child. But now that I am grown, I put away childish things. That's what the Bible says. So I'm very aware of the damage that pride does and what it's done, you know, to families, to communities, to relationships. And if we don't work on that, in my opinion, if we don't work on pride, because pride is what stops two people who were friends from coming together and saying, let's talk. That's pride. Now, who is prideful? But there's pride there hindering that. Pride is what stops family members from saying, look, let's just sit down. Let's get this off our chest and out the way. Pride, right? Pride is what stops organizations from working together. because one feels like they're not as big as the other, right? There was an event not too long ago where I'm always at, Potomac Gardens, no lie. I'm always there. I pull up if I got something to give, food, backpacks. If someone gives me something, donate something to me, I take it straight to the family, straight to the youth. So I went this past Friday, and they had some sort of organization. And it was nice, you know what I mean? It was nice, some hip hop artists and some food and some shirts and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of good speakers. My 15-year-old niece, no lie, she leaned over and said, "Uncle, you gonna speak?" So I was like, nah, no one asked me to speak. She said, "Why? You're over here all the time. It's my word." I said, "It's cool." She made a face like, because those organizations have not been over there. They don't go over there. I'm there all the time, but I'm overlooked because I'm one person, but I give my all to the youth that I love. I give my all. I give my last out of my pocket to the youth that I love. I don't ask for donations. I don't have no big organization. It's me. When we took 20 kids to the zoo, it was my sister, my brother, baby mother, my brother, right, and a friend. We loaded our trucks up, our cars up with 20 kids from the projects and took them to the zoo. And more than half had never been to the zoo. And they born and raised in D.C. We took them to a pet farm. That's money out of our pockets. No one gave us nothing, right? There have been a couple times when I've asked friends and family on Facebook to donate, and they have, and they blessed us, and I'm grateful for that. But I want to do so much for these kids, right? But that aside, I'm just grateful, and I'm striving every day, though some days are better than others, to check myself, right? To look in that mirror. And I urge us all to do that, to look in the mirror, man. What can we do to be better? What can we do to better our condition and someone else's condition? Like I say, those of us that say we love God, we love him when it's convenient, right? But when it comes to those difficult missions and tasks, we not for it, right? That's like if you go to the gym, a lot of people working on arms, chest, males. Very few work on that six-pack. I mean, this is the truth, you know what I mean? At least in prison, I've seen that out here in Planet Fitness too, but really in prison, most people work on their arms and their chest. They want their bodies big. Legs is this little, bodies is this big. Ain't no six-pack, got a gut. I'm no different. I worked on arms and chest, you know what I mean? Because that abdominal is a hard muscle to work. You're not gonna see the results overnight. You can curl and that thing will knot up. You do a six-pack, you got a gut, you ain't gonna see no six-pack. You gotta burn the fat off. So, again, I just want to thank you all. I have a few other stories. I'm doing a few other things. I'm still active, and what I need to do is just take the camera out, and start interviewing some of the brothers that have done time, so you all can hear other stories besides my own. I know I've been saying that for a while. A lot of time I'm just not conscious of it. I get out there, I get to building with the brothers, then after I leave, I'm like, I could have got a story from the brother, or just, you know what I mean? So with me, I definitely don't mean not to do it. It's on my forefront. It's just that I'm not so used to the social media life yet. But I know its value. A brother, friend of mine, brother named Carlos Walker. Shout out to the brother, man. He actually said that the other day. He said, brother, he said, some people look forward to hearing from you on your page. Talk to them, motivate them. And I'm motivated. I watch other people's pages. I read you all's comments, and I'm motivated. So again, I thank you. Didn't mean to kind of sound, all over the place. Just wanted to kind of touch on pride and touch on the value of not overlooking the small person, because that small person might be a giant. Not saying I'm a giant. I'm a giant in my mind to the kids and to the people that love me, that I may mentor, that I may help. I may be a giant to them, but I may not be a giant to anybody else. That's okay. But a lot of times we overlook the person that we think is small because we looking for the grand, right? Each tree collectively makes the forest. That makes it big and beautiful. Each tree contributes to that. right? You keep taking trees down, you'll no longer have forests. You know what I'm saying? So value the individual because she adds to, right? So shout out to everybody that's working hard. Shout out to everybody that's grinding every day just to do and be better. And if you find yourself down or falling, man, shake it off, right? Shake it off. It's okay. We all gonna fall. Somehow, some way, we all fall. Shake it off a little bit. Raise up. God didn't invest in us spiritually, right, to have us collapse under any pressure. We're built strong to endure because the Most High breathed the breath of life into us. So we're built to endure. We've been on this planet for millions of years and doing all sorts of atrocities. So we can keep on. So keep on. Thank you all. As always, I appreciate you. Truly, I do. And I'll tighten up. With that said, have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great night. Peace.